Previously on the Lineage of Moonreach. I tackled Myra, but she was being a huge jerk, so Willem had to step in and kill her, thank God. We ran outside, we stopped people from fighting, Tomas rang the bells to let everybody know the council was dead. We found Prince Othis, we had Jennifer, we made our way to the bathhouse, and some shit's happening there. There are some really bad glyphs, someone's melting into the floor, things are getting dicey. I don't know what's gonna happen.
The D20 Syndicate presents The Lineage of Moonreach.
Welcome back to the D20 Syndicate podcast. A 5e actual play Dungeons and Dragons podcast. I am your host and DM, Seth, and around the table we have our players.
I'm Billy and I play Willem.
I'm Tomas, I play Tomas.
I'm Lindsey and I play Pinwin.
We're pretty sure.
I don't think I'm Tomas. Not sure.
And I'm Michaela, and I play Gorbel.
That's right. Each week we play Dungeons and Dragons and record it for your listening pleasure. This is episode 74.
5, homie.
75.
Ooh,
whoop, whoop, whoop. They all just kind of melt together at a certain point when we've done this much. We're quite prolific at this point.
We're 3/4
Oh, you spun that in a more
100.
positive way than I thought you were going. It's like, this shit's just fucking going now.
Nah, man, I actually like this podcast. I don't know about you.
I have to listen to it.
I get that sentiment.
Mm-hmm.
We're the Omar Rodriguez Lopez of D&D podcasts.
Should we play?
Yes. I think it's time for the Around the Campfire question. For those of you listening, thank you for the fire sound effects, Lindsey. Somebody's brakes are bad on their car. For those of you listening, and this is your first foray, this is a section of the podcast where we ask a question in character and answer or I ask a question, they answer in character, and we learn a little bit about everyone and maybe, we get to do some world building as well. So it's a nice little exercise. So today's question for Around the Campfire is, who among you do you find you have the most in common with? Which character do you find, it doesn't have to be 100%, but do you find yourself relating to the best? Willem.
I don't think they heard.
Just for the audience's sake, Willem high-fived Gorbel.
They did a sneak high five, but you could still hear it.
I thought you were going to ask, who among you do you find the most attractive? I was like, this is not a good question.
I'm going to get weird.
To clarify, you meant of our party?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Episode name is still Big Porn. Gorbel, hands down, easily.
Yeah, why?
We both kind of think with our genitalia a lot. It kind of leads us into hijinks.
Quick, Willem, use your dick to stop them.
You shall not pass. Slams it into the ground.
They just gently push it aside.
Bad dong. Bad dong.
Big porn, though.
Bad dong.
Bad dog, big pork.
Bad dong. Big porn. Anyway, yeah, and we get ourselves into romantic situations that we probably shouldn't more often than not.
What if you guys did?
Embroiled.
We're like Murtaugh and Riggs, man.
Just two.
But instead of copping, we're fucking.
Not each other, but
Not each other, yeah.
Gary Busey.
But we're partners in.
Just two platonic life mates.
Yeah. Partners in coitus.
Never mind.
Partners in the
Around coitus?
adjacent coitus. No, but yeah, and we We both like to party. And
My name's Tomar. I also like to party.
I know for a fact you do not like to party.
I'm the only one who parties.
And we're not afraid to fuck people up. So, yeah.
Very cool. Gorbel.
I feel like there are different aspects of each person in the party that I relate to a lot. But if I have to pick one, I might have to say, a little bit surprisingly, Pinwin.
Really?
Because
I mean,
Pinwin and I both have an appreciation for some of the finer things, and we just like nice things.
And you share a craft.
We like nice things. We like looking good. And I want to make Pinwin happy, so he keeps braiding my hair.
yes.
Very nice. Pinwin.
But I'm not going to be partying with Pinwin. I'm partying with Willem.
I don't know if you knew this, but I am in the fitness club with Willem. So, I mean, it's a pretty big thing that we have in common. But, you know, I think I have to go with Gorbel. We're both performers. We're both very, we like people. I mean, sometimes we've got our interrogation thing. We're very yin and yang, but also, similar. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, kind of what she said. Not that I know, but I do know. But yeah.
Not that I carved a crawl space out under the
Just to
confession
listen.
booth, just to listen
Just
to
like
everybody else.
Friendship.
You've got a little candle and a little dish of cookies, and your legs are up and
Yeah, exactly.
laying on your stomach.
Like the
In full
soccer
view,
pose.
I can see him.
Yeah, he went too far with the crawl space and he's just there.
But I need my braids redone.
So I'm not going to say
So I
anything.
pretend like he's not there.
Good. Tomar.
Man, nobody.
Wow.
I don't know. I feel like I have to wrangle these chuckleheads a lot of the time. I mean, sorta Hirstag, but he's kind of gone now. Maybe when we're strategizing, Willem and Gorbel sometimes.
But not Pinwin.
Not Pinwin.
Absolutely not, Pinwin. We are very dissimilar.
Antithesis.
Yeah, I don't know.
Pinwin sitting in the corner. Ooh.
I don't think I have an actual answer for that question.
Sadly munching on a cookie.
What about an NPC then?
Maybe Balor.
Okay.
He seemed pretty pragmatic or something. I don't know.
Or something.
We've encountered a lot of people.
I'm a unique flower, okay?
He is not like the other players.
Hashtag best boy. Hashtag big porn.
Hashtag bad dong.
Bad dong.
Bad dong, big porn.
All right, let's start. So, when we last left off, you guys had just pushed open a door in the bathhouse to see a circle of cultists, and they were obviously chanting.
As cultists do.
As these cultists
As they
do.
want to do.
Pretty much every time you guys have encountered them, they have been chanting.
Yeah, can't we come across a nice cult?
What are they chanting?
Hey guys, welcome to the cult.
Do we know it?
You know it only because you've seen it before, but
They're not speaking a specific language.
nothing that any of you recognize.
Not even Infernal?
marshmallow,
How does Pinwin know Infernal again?
chocolate covered.
I forgot what I said. I don't remember if I came across someone in Shadeholm
made a
because we
friend
got a
with a
wide
demon.
variety of people. I think that's what it was.
And now there is a woman in the center melting into the floor.
No.
You notice that she is bald of pate with elfin ears.
Oh.
And
Oh.
The part of her face that you can see, anyways. Very beautiful.
Does no one else know what I'm owing for?
Yeah.
No,
Hey, no,
yeah.
it just hit. It just hit.
Can I use an action?
Yes.
Are you going to cast Unmelt?
No, I'm going to... How close are they to her?
You know what?
Like, how much space between her
1
and
sec.
them?
This is that one chick, right?
Your wicker lies you
She was
there.
kind of a baddie, right?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
Thundara. It's Thundara, right?
So it is a good cult.
Presumably, or like a clone,
just
because
Unless this is what
we
you
also
wanted.
encountered that other one that looked like her too, remember?
I don't remember that.
That's the one you shot down in the catacombs. All right, well, I'm going to cast Wall of Fire
Okay.
centered around her in a circle,
Okay.
but the fire is pointed out towards the cultists.
Okay.
I was like, damn, dude, she's already melting.
Yeah, this won't affect her. You create a wall of fire on a solid surface within range. You can make this wall up to 60 feet long, 20 feet high, and 1 foot thick, or a ringed wall up to 20 feet in a diameter, 20 feet high, and 1 foot thick. So I'll have it go to the ceiling and extend out a foot towards the cultists.
Okay.
When the wall appears, each creature within its area must make a dex saving throw. On a failed save, they take 5d8 fire damage, or half as much on a successful save.
They did not save.
Also, she's made of straw now.
Super flammable.
That'd kind of suck if they were going to stop chanting and tell us information. Now they're going to have to do it over a fire. What?
No, we're good cultists!
All their mouths are now melted, closed.
32 fire damage.
Well, maybe, yay,
Well,
unless they
they're
were
all
culty friends.
incinerated.
One side of the wall selected by you.
So you said it goes up to the ceiling?
They just
Yeah,
come in
Okay. So, Tomar, how do you cast this spell?
I put the long beard maul side down, and I do like a stirring the goulash kind of maneuver. And then I say something in Dwarven. I don't know. I haven't made a decision, but
Okay, so the minute you guys pretty much, this whole thing happens, Tomar, acting quickly, removes Longclaw quickly, swiftly moves it around.
What does he remove?
Or not Longclaw, the
long beard.
long beard. Sorry, I named it that.
Yeah, say that over.
So, thinking quickly, Tomar slaps Longbeard out of its holding place and begins waving it in the air in a circular stirring motion, and a wall of flame forms around the woman melting in the center of the circle. And you notice immediately that these cult members are balls of flame now, as if they were made out of hay. And you watch as the ceiling begins to catch fire as well.
Ah, fuck.
And they are immediately engulfed in the flame and gone. The ceiling is on fire.
All right, I break my concentration.
All right. And there is just a circle of ash and a melted screaming woman in the center of it.
Well,
Does anyone have a spatula? She's overdone.
I like to imagine that it's a Jumanji situation and her legs are just in the basement.
Oh, I just pictured them like sticking up and like kind of hanging there. You know?
Oh, okay, sure. So it's like a portal.
How are her legs
it's a portal
looking?
situation.
One of them is melted to the floor. She is on her side, and her body is like, it's not melted. It almost looks like it's melting itself, if that makes sense, as if part of her is getting decomposed.
She's got a Play-Doh leg.
Does it look painful?
Yes.
Okay.
should we kill her?
What in the actual fuck are you doing?
Help me! Help me!
How would you like us to help you?
Help me!
I don't know how to help in a situation like this. It's a first for me.
Is there a chair or any furniture in this room?
No,
Nothing.
nothing.
It's barren.
It is a barren room. Looks like it was
barren.
cleaned out for an express purpose.
All right. Well, are there any objects that the cult left behind that would obscure my path to drag her to the wall to sit her up against the wall?
Nope.
I do that.
Wait.
Okay.
Is she literally stuck to the floor?
She is not stuck to the floor, you realize, as you...
I scoop her up from
and
from
her
behind under her arms,
it just kind of
and I
like
drag her over to
she
the
starts
wall.
kind of sagging over you and stuff like that as you're pulling, so it's kind of like
What happened to you?
I can't hold all this Thundara.
So drippy. Is she clothed?
yes, she's wearing robes.
What happened here?
So, are they burned or singed?
No,
But she was stuck to the floor?
Is this a trap?
she was melting to the floor. Yeah,
Through her robes?
she was like it
I
looked
feel
like she
this
was
is a trap.
kind of combined with the floor and
Through the robes?
with the robes also
She's just super soupy.
essentially.
Okay. Well,
Trying to...
I prop her up against the wall so she can sit up.
Imagine part of her body is made of like
Silly putty?
or taffy.
She's the
Ew.
action figure that you decided to play with a lighter with one afternoon.
Yes.
One afternoon. Yes.
There were many.
That was,
After which,
was all of my
but that
action
one
figures.
afternoon, that was.
Mom,
the
I need
downhill
more
slide.
action figures. I burned them all.
Also, lighter fluid? Not related.
So you prop her up against the wall.
Yeah, and I
She
try and
starts sucking up into the wall.
I try and meet her gaze and like, what happened to you? What's going on? How can we help?
The cultists they did some sort of ritual and they summoned something. Their plan was to sacrifice me,
Why you?
probably because my connection with Calcifer.
Which is?
I've been helping him.
I did a 20 medicine check to see like how on the brink she is or what is exactly inflicting her.
It looks like she was partially like it doesn't look like she's necessarily going to like dissolve, but she also doesn't look like she's long for this world. It is a magically
Would I be able to tell that like a healing spell would do anything?
it's definitely a magical effect, so you would probably you don't think a healing spell would.
Is something continuing to happen to her?
Yeah, she's still continuing to like bloop, 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 like start to drip.
Is this like
Can
when
we
the
dispel what's happening to her?
You may attempt.
I mean, I'm asking everyone in case they have dispel magic.
I don't.
I have dagger.
So
I don't think I have.
Is this essentially like when they tried to heal Harry's broken arm, and accidentally
Kind of like that.
made his bones go away?
So if we let this continue to happen, does that mean that whatever they were doing, that ritual, is going to be a success?
It's already happened. It's on its way
What is
What
it?
was the point of this ritual?
to summon some creatures here in order to divine the true purpose of the seal.
Okay, I kind of like
Gosh,
turn
you're
to
helpful
everyone
with
else.
details.
I turn to everyone else and kind of like in a low voice, I ask, so do you think if we interrupt this by killing her, it will stop that ritual from succeeding? Because that might be our only
Does
option
someone want
right
to?
now.
Does someone want to move ahead to see if there's any more of this shit happening in other rooms? Because, like, she could just be one portion of what's going on.
Yeah,
But this
On
does
it,
seem
Haas.
significant.
You leave the room.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll
So
go too.
Thundara was on the council.
Yes, she was the elder.
Okay, she was the big cheese.
And she looks incredibly similar to the
To
Countess.
Ravenmore. Yeah. Is there anyone else down here?
I don't know. All the other council members, they were cloistered away in the throne room.
Do you know the details of this ritual?
I was told that I would just be a part of it and we would be summoning something here to release the seal by causing a lot of bloodshed and destruction.
Varolus, do you know anything more about this kind of ritual?
Also, does he have dispel magic?
Do you have dispel magic?
I do not, unfortunately, have dispel magic.
You useless turtle!
it would appear that this is some sort of ancient. It doesn't seem to line up with practical schools of magic. It could be some sort of demonic or perhaps something influenced by the abyss. If it has anything to do with the seal itself, it likely is something that's beyond my power. The abyss is quite a bit different than this plane.
Jennifer?
She just shakes her head.
You guys. Your pointy hats mean nothing. I'm gonna make their hats flat. Shit. Nobody else knows about... What do you know, Thundara, about the Abyss?
I just know that there's things coming from the abyss.
You weren't expecting any of this to happen to you?
No, they just said I would be part of the ritual, but I didn't know that I was going to be the main part of the ritual.
When they invited me over for dinner, I didn't think I'd be for dinner.
You really need to get details beforehand.
Are there more cultists in the building?
I don't know.
This whole thing is just a Seinfeld or a fucking Frasier episode. Nobody's communicating details, and everybody's confused about what's going on.
Is Calcifer here?
He's coming.
When?
Probably with whatever creatures are summoned.
Like now-ish?
We need to know how to stop this.
We at least quelled the rebellion outside.
That will...
But there could have been enough bloodshed already.
What?
That will probably help a little bit. I know that their plan was to unleash some beasts and on all the exposed citizens and cause the most amount of bloodshed possible, but I don't know.
What did you guys have against the Wolves of Moonreach? Why are you fucking us over all the time?
We were given instruction by a man in a mask to make sure that you didn't interfere with what Calcifer needed to have done.
Did you make a pact with him?
Yeah, what do you get out of it?
I pop my head back in and I go, "You mean this mask?"
Yes, that mask.
Cool. Okay.
As an aside, Pinwin and Willem, you scour the rest of the premises and you do not find any other any cultists.
Do we smell any cheese?
Cult free.
No.
Just Thundara.
Just Thundara. she's nacho cheese right now.
Fondue. Fondue.
I did not make a pact. No. I am one of several who were created by him.
What?
Huh?
What?
Fuck does that mean?
What?
What'd she say?
What?
Cheese Lady said she was made by the master.
What?
Shit.
Like he's your father? Or
More of...
you're not even like...
Are you made of putty? Is this what's happening?
I don't know. I don't know if this is because of that or because of the spell, but no, there were four of us, and we were all made the same.
You all look the same?
Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
So there's a mold somewhere. Just pours the putty in, bakes it.
It's like a creepy crawler
He's like wearing
oven.
a little
Yeah,
apron,
exactly.
like...
Kiss the cook. Oh, Benelux, you're so adorable.
Just says bad dong.
Oh man. Okay. Is there any more of you? There were two in Ravenmore.
There's one more.
Where is it?
I don't know where my sister is.
You say sister, like, do you have like feelings and emotions and free will?
Yes. In
So
a
you're-
way.
So you just suck then.
I was created for the express purpose of making all of this come to pass.
What was your sister created for?
She just kind of
Snaps.
stares at you.
What the fuck was she created for? Why are you...
Yeah, I mean, answer her. She is asking you a question.
Why are you staring at me like that? Stop.
Do you not know?
She has a special purpose.
What is it?
I found my special purpose.
I am not going to share that.
You're being extremely cagey right now, and I don't think you're in a position.
Yeah, I mean, what do you have
be
to
this
lose
secretive.
at the moment? We're the only people here helping you. We don't have to help you.
We're not helping her at all.
I know, but I mean...
We also didn't betray her. We didn't invite her for dinner and then throw her in the stew.
We at least stopped the cultists from souping her.
Yeah.
This is a great point.
If my purpose was to be melted by the cult, and if that's what the master wished.
Bullshit.
Well,
bullshit.
alright.
Because you were saying, help me.
Do you want your sister to face a similar fate?
I start searching her.
You must care in some capacity.
She looks like she. Give me a persuasion.
Guidance.
What is guidance again?
+4.
D4.
Yeah, plus D4.
I'm also going to start searching her for any items, keys, or...
That was a natural 20.
Oh wow.
Every time I give you guidance, you just kill it
So 24.
on your own.
Or wait, no. What is that total? Because it's persuasion. Because you don't automatically crit. But
8,000.
Way high. Like stupid high,
How high? Method may.
etc.
The other
38.
Others.
38. Okay. Yeah. She kind of, and I'll get to you in a sec, Willem. She kind of like lowers her head. I do not want my sister to receive the same fate as me. And she's kind of staring off into space. She's to aid the chrysalis. She's to give her life force for the chrysalis.
Where is the chrysalis?
Where is
I
your
do not know where the
sister?
chrysalis is, but I know it's in. It's not here in Deepminster. It's either in Bronze Wall or Rose Lake.
You know more about... I mean, you're on the council. You know more about the cities in our country. Like, what seems more likely between the two of those?
I don't know. Both have places to hide something. They both are kind of off on their own. Two extremely different locations, but they are both perfect for it. One has access to the forest and one has access to the ocean, so it could be anywhere nearby.
What sort of environment is necessary for the chrysalis?
I don't know. I don't know that answer. I just know that it takes a great amount of power and energy to form, and it would be quite bright, so it would need to be hidden.
Do you know exactly how your sister is eating?
I don't. I thought I was just aiding in a normal way. I didn't realize that I would be sacrificed.
You said one of the towns was by a body of water.
Yes.
Which one?
Rose Lake.
Is either by... Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Is either by mountains or a cave structure?
Rose Lake is also near the mountains, but Bronze Wall is, well, they're both by mountains.
Bronze Wall is by a wall.
Is there a wall at Bronze Wall?
Yeah, a huge, massive, massive wall.
Is it made of bronze?
Yep.
I'm so upset right now.
Tin. It's just a tin alloy.
Tim Allen.
It's where they filmed Tin Cup.
Do you know a brief history about Rose Lake?
Actually, I prepared
Tell
this
us while you're
DVD for
melting.
you.
That have any like significance in any way?
I don't think
Roll us.
anything.
You're useful.
Well, I traveled to Rose Lake quite a few times. I've never been to Bronze Wall. It's a lovely place. It would surprise me if there was something hiding there. It's pretty well laid
Exactly.
out. But I could be wrong. There is a massive body of water.
Ah, stop it, Verolis. I've got a hunch. I've got a feeling that it's hidden in Rose Lake. I don't know why, but there's multiple ways it can be hidden there.
And
It doesn't seem like a place that would house a chrysalis, so that might be a good place to hide one. I don't know shit about Bronze Wall.
Also, I just like to imagine when you addressed Varolus that we all looked over and he's just like at the most melty part of her with just like with his turtle tongue out, like dipping it in the pudding. Yeah. Just, anyway,
Jennifer's like casually beaking it. I don't know. I don't want to put all my eggs in that basket.
I don't want to put all my chrysolite in one basket.
Right, but
We have nothing to go off of.
I mean,
between the two.
That's the most we have to go off of.
Please, I am in such pain.
What do you want?
We don't know how to help you.
Will you kill me?
Maybe. Can you give us...
Will it stop what the cult was doing? Do you know?
I don't know and I don't care.
Have I found anything of value?
Oh
or
shit, sorry,
interest?
I did say I was going to get back. Yeah, you see a signet ring inside of her pocket with a symbol on it. It is the same symbol, if you probably won't remember this, but the same symbol in the courtyard of the manor in Ravenmoor.
What significance does this have?
That is our master's symbol.
What master?
The master.
With the mask?
Yes.
It's his symbol? And what does the ring do?
That ring allows me to contact him.
Excellent. I pocket the fuck out of that.
Can he contact you when you have it?
He can contact me anywhere.
How does it
Yeah, I
work?
guess he made you.
I slip it on and I think of the master.
And then he can like talk to you, or
It opens up a line of communication. He's aware that I'm trying to speak to him.
I feel like I'm just getting a bunch of master stuff and I'm slowly
You're
just
gonna turn into the master.
fucking time paradox, parallel universe, paradoxical,
That'd be so
paradoxical
fucked up.
shit. Yeah, so I pocket that. Anything else?
No. Sorry, I was gonna answer
Yeah,
the character.
That's all I have on. Don't take my juice.
So then I unsheath my dagger and I look at the rest of the group like,
No, wait. She might be more conducive to giving us information if we offer
But we
her a
might be
swift
able to
death.
stop what the cult was doing if we kill her.
But we also might-
that's by other.
speed it up.
We might.
She has
How
to
do you
know more
know?
about how the ritual was started, what the plan was for setting it off, and
I mean, you don't tell a hammer
And we
that you're
need
going to build a
Durant
shed.
Snakes.
but she runs the city. She runs the country. Like she was on the council.
your other two
She
sisters.
was a puppet head, though. She was just a figurehead puppet. Fucking
Puppet.
She's a puppet.
You're plosiving super
She was a puppet.
Your other two sisters. What was their goal? What was their assignment in all of this? Why were they created?
My other two sisters were set to watch Ravenmoor and make sure that the first event happened. The first seal had to be opened in Ravenmoor. They did all the math.
Where all have the seals been breached? For sure.
They have been breached in Ravenmoor, Moonreach, Roundfoot Town, and Darkreach.
Roundfoot Town did have a seal?
Roundfoot Town had a seal, yes.
Shit, man. Are our documents just wrong?
I don't know.
I'm not asking you.
I'm sorry.
God, get over yourself.
Fuck off,
Jello lady.
Thank you.
Keep your jiggling to yourself. Well, shit. Because I thought that Roundfoot Town was just to get our attention. But
Oh, and Wyakarag. Sorry, I forgot to add that one. And Disney World.
did demons come out of each of those seals?
No, not everyone. I think the bulk of them came out Ravenmoor, Moonreach, and Darkreach.
And was that because so many had been opened already at that point?
Perhaps. Ravenmoor was the first.
Not Moonreach?
No. The first was Ravenmoor. Moonreach was recently.
Ah, fuck. So they still opened it? I thought we stopped them.
Did they have the who had the stone?
I'm sorry?
Who opened the seal?
I don't know the answer to that.
How do you not know the answer to that?
You know it's been opened.
I would assume it was Calcifer.
But there were a bunch of soldiers there.
I don't know the details of that.
What the fuck? Insight check.
I'm so confused.
Also insight check.
Like,
Also insight.
I guess also,
19.
18.
I rolled a 2, so
You're just really distressed by seeing.
I'm
You're really distressed by seeing the
melting.
stuff.
I-
So you're
yeah.
just like not even really paying attention.
22.
Okay. All of you, it's obvious to everyone except for Pinwin that she is not giving all of the information that she could be giving.
Why has everyone been like that?
Yeah, why are you holding back?
Why should I trust you?
Because if not, we'll find her and we'll do way worse to her than the chrysalis stuff. You think this melting shit is bad?
Not if they wipe you out here.
Nobody's gonna wipe us out.
You think that's gonna happen?
We're fucking demigods.
I slide my dagger into one of her legs.
You can feel that?
Yes.
I step on the dagger a little bit.
Okay, guys, this is getting...
That's mean.
She's mean.
Yeah. The fuck are you talking
she's
about?
behind all of
I mean,
this that's been
yes.
going on.
But she is melting slowly.
Good.
Look, I understand that you were created for this express purpose, but things really are not going your way. I feel like you didn't expect this happening.
No, I didn't.
And I know that it does not feel good to realize that you're just a cog in a machine.
No.
We're trying to break that machine.
I bet you trusted him and you thought he was going to take good care of you, and then he turned you into a melty person. I know I said turned it, but
It's okay, Pinwin.
She kind of hangs her head. What do you want to know?
Everything. Elaborate on everything you just told us.
Give us the blueprints.
The seals have been opened by Calcifer and some of his, I don't know if you'd call them agent proxies, I suppose you could call them. He and Myra Greencross, I believe she's from your hometown, they have been orchestrating this with the aid of the Master and an individual called Aro.
What are the cultists?
They are a remnant of the former Lich Queen laying in wait, and they saw an opportunity to... I guess I should explain, they are something of like puppets, if you will. They don't have their own will, their own minds. They just do things automatically as what they're designed to do.
And they're fragile.
Very, extremely fragile.
Also like Calcifer's frame, but he's come back multiple times.
That is because Calcifer, he is not a lich. Calcifer has a magic that allows him to control inanimate things, even from afar, as long as he's within a certain radius.
So the body in itself is being animated by that spell?
Correct.
So
So they're probably just multiple bodies each time.
right.
and
So
then we just
what's his
destroy
true
one.
form?
We found Lars that one time. Twice. We found Lars twice. What
Yeah,
we thought
that-
was Lars twice.
Cut off one of their heads.
Shot another one. What's going on with that?
I wouldn't be surprised if there's a similar situation to me and my sisters. If there are, as you say, multiple Lars, then the only explanation I can see is that they too are simulacrums.
Dude's got a fucking Horcrux body factory.
Why
going.
did I never think about there being multiple versions? I always thought there was one coming back over and over.
I believe the true
Get on
one
top of this.
is in the ziggurat.
So the clone factory.
What's he doing there?
So if we stop him at the source.
Is he constantly making different people with his little apron?
Yeah. He
That's
never
like all
turns off
he's
the
doing?
creepy crawler oven.
Like we think he's a super bad dude. And I mean he is, but he's just like...
And every time he's like, fuck, those are expensive.
What is that?
I peer out the doorway.
There's nothing inside. This sounds far away.
That sounded really close.
Is there like a window to peek out or something?
Not in this room. No. There's not much for windows in the bathhouse in general.
Varolus, can you go check on what that is?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And he exits the room.
Shouldn't we all exit the room?
Have you seen or
right.
do you know about another Myra Green Cross at all?
I think there's just one Myra Green Cross.
Well, now there's 0.
What?
I killed her.
You killed... Oh. And she, like, hangs her head again.
All the council is dead.
I suppose this is a penance.
That's what that one guy said before I said a word and he exploded.
Wow.
Sorry, bad time.
Yeah.
Sorry, bad dong.
But the council is corrupt. We want what's best for Valtel, and we want peace between us and Rothia, and no demons or any bad things roaming the land. That's all we've ever wanted.
Well...
And you, regardless of your will, have been involved in this evil since the very beginning. And we definitely can't permit you to stick around.
If we do plan on sending her off, let's maybe take her outside of the ritual room first, just in case.
Okay,
That's a good move.
Okay.
get the wheelbarrow.
No need. I just grab her by one of her melty legs and
I'm also
start dragging her.
I'm very curious about that sound outside.
Yep, it's a bad sound. It sounds like a siege machine or something.
As you guys
Sounds like somebody had
exit the
Chipotle.
room, Varolus appears again. He looks like he's seen a ghost. There are 3 massive dragons approaching the city
Uh-oh.
right now.
Bad ones?
Is one of them black?
One of them, I don't think so. There's a red.
Shit, Varolus. You always bring bad tidings.
I apologize.
Lie to me, man.
Varolus, what is that, Greek for shit?
It was my father's name.
It's a turtle for fuck me.
There's a red, a blue, and a green.
Oh, no. Pinwin, aren't those all evil dragons?
You know, yeah. Not good. Not good.
I push Pinwin down in the snow.
Is it just the dragons, or are there people with them, riding them?
They're a little far off, so I'm not certain, but
I look at Thundara's Willem's Dragoner. Do you know anything about this? Is this part of a ritual?
this is what I believe was summoned.
Ah, fuck.
No big deal. We fought a dragon before.
We've done dragons before.
3 at a time?
Yeah.
Shut your mouth.
Wait in it. We got
Are they full blown dragons or like little babies?
They're only half
I
blown.
believe.
quarter blown.
Half drawn.
They're just
porn.
they're getting fluffed. Big porn, bad dong.
I believe they are ancient dragons.
Oh no.
You sound not interested at all.
So they are
Oh
big?
no.
Yes.
Oh, I was definitely interested.
Oh no.
I hold Pinwin
I
out
thought
the
I
window
said
to
it.
look, and Pinwin holds up his fingers and he goes, "They're not that big."
I thought I was saying it like Chris Rock or something. Oh no.
No, it came out as, "Oh no."
Oh well. Yeah, that's a bad time. That's like the worst kind.
Yeah.
So you and the rest of the council, you knew you were going to summon some really bad shit.
Well, I don't.
What was your plan on self-preservation.
I'm still dragging her, by the way, as we're doing this.
Like over each floorboard, just like.
I believed
Watch your steps.
I believed the master would deliver me
2,
from this
but to where?
to wherever.
That's a lot of trust.
Jamaica?
Yeah, you didn't plan this through.
Y'all are a bunch of dummies. And y'all deserve to get squashed and stabbed and melted.
Whoa. Kick a person while they're melted.
I mean, I don't.
I don't care. I stop. Like, I look at Pinwin, and then I look right at Thundara, and I get real close up in her face. You deserve this.
I mean, he's not wrong. All of this bad stuff is because of them. Like, they helped make Calcifer what he is.
Exactly,
Yeah.
but they were also created just for that purpose. I mean, it's the only thing they know.
This is,
I'm not trying to make a defense for her. I just think it's an explanation.
Ebola does its thing that it was created for. Don't make it any less shitty.
What's Ebola?
It makes me think of Watchmen. Have you all seen Watchmen?
No,
No.
not the time.
I don't know where you're going with it.
You definitely should. But continue.
So you drag her out into the yard outside of the bathhouse, and true to form, off in the distance you can see 3 massive dragons, one red, one blue, one green, very quickly descending on the city.
Gorbel, do you still have the
Really hoping
talkie,
it
or
was
do I?
colorblind.
I feel like I usually have the talkie, you have the listening.
Vocha has the listening.
Oh, fuck, he does have the listening.
No, that's good. We want his help, so you
Okay.
need to contact him. Tell him to bring the dragon and come to near the
Maybe his dragon can
sort of
befriend
near
these
the
other
palace.
dragons.
God, I haven't used this in so long. I pull out the brooch. Vocha, we're in Deepminster and there are 3 dragons approaching and they look heated. We've got a red, a blue, a green, and we need some backup.
Is
This
there
is Gorbel, by the way.
He's just like, huh? Not again.
Are there anyone on the street still?
You guys are kind of pushed back away from it, but you can't see anyone nearby.
I'm gonna float up into the air,
Okay.
and then see if I can see anyone.
Yeah, now that you're floated into the air, you have to go up a little bit, but you can now see that there's a large congregation of people like a few blocks away. They seem to be lighting buildings on fire with torches.
What?
God damn it! I'm gonna fly over to them.
Maybe these people
That might
deserve
take
this.
a minute.
Guys, can we convene in the main square, whatever that is here?
What?
The
Why?
central location. I don't know. So we have the freedom of visibility. I don't know where the dragons are going towards.
The city. And I must stress, they are very quickly descending.
Do they look mad? Maybe.
Nah, man. They've got fucking Jimmy Buffett shirts on.
They're cool.
They're lax.
Chill dragons. Just looking for friendship.
We're gonna need a lot of help if we're gonna fight these dragons.
All right, let's see if the town... Do we want to go see if anybody's willing to help or if they have any system of defense?
Yes. Where are the guards that were with us that led us here?
They're still there.
We need to defend this town from those dragons.
Yes.
What do you have? What's your plan? What is the town's plan of defense?
They're both staring up at the dragons coming.
I
We have
grab
nothing for dragons.
I grab
You have
his
no
face
dragon plan.
and pull it towards mine. And I say, I need you to focus on me right now. I know you might not have a plan for actual dragon attacks, but if there is any kind of attack on this city, what is your plan? You train for this.
Not from attacks from the air.
What about ground attacks?
Ground attacks we would we would bolster the gates, but what do we do against something that can fly over our walls?
Do you have any ballista?
We do not have ballista.
What?
Why would we have ballista?
You're the capital of Valtel. You don't have protection from sieges of any
Also,
kind?
like,
We
you
don't-
don't have anything in mind for aerial attacks?
Not
There are
Catapults?
airships.
Anything?
Trebuchets.
airships.
You've never seen one.
Airships
No.
that have flown out of Deepminster? There's totally airships.
Willem slits his own throat.
This is the first I've heard of airships.
Who the fuck are you?
We've came.
You're
in
fired! Get out of
There's
here!
only been 2 ever. They have their defenses are like terrain. They have cities, like little towns that are set up outside. So essentially they have never been concerned about an army approaching. For A, because of those towns that would protect, and B, because of Valtelin's promise that the city would always be under his safe watch even after he was gone.
What I'm gonna need you guys to do is line up single file and feed yourselves to the dragons to distract them while we slit their throats.
The thing is, like, you've heard of dragons before, right?
Yes,
You
but,
never thought this could ever potentially happen.
but dragons are they're mythological. We never
right,
thought
guys,
that they would come.
All right, we're wasting precious time trying to school these idiots.
I let go of his face and I just smacked it.
Ow.
All right, what's the plan, gang?
There are people still setting fire to buildings. You guys go fuck off and take care of that. We'll deal with the dragons, I guess. But if you have any archers, crossbowmen, any kind,
We can gather archers. Perhaps I think we can do that.
you think you can do that?
How will we hit the dragons?
Okay,
Aim at them.
They seem very obviously flustered by this entire
You
situation.
aim. Okay, so dragons fly pretty fast. I would aim where the dragon is going instead of where it already is, because you will miss him.
The guy next to the one that you're talking to is just like nodding, like very seriously.
Yes.
Like this is the most brilliant idea he's ever heard.
I would also maybe stop setting fire to the goddamn buildings so you can get on top of them and you won't have shit obstructing your aim of these dragons. Get it together. Goddamn.
Varolus looks over at Jennifer. Perhaps if we were to visit the Tower of Wisdom, perhaps we could rally some troops there. And then he kind of looks back at you guys.
That
We
might
can
be.
essentially get help with some of the wizards here.
Yeah, we need as much magical assistance as possible.
All right.
I can try to send a message to the Fae. What's his name again?
Dreg?
Drag. Should I try to get a hold of Greg? Drag?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know how you contact him normally, but he's pretty. I mean, he can travel.
I know. I wasn't able to remember him before, but I did this time, so I can totally send him a message. I mean, worth a shot, right?
I mean, sure, go for it.
Okay.
And Jennifer and Varolus kind of look at each other, and then Jennifer flaps her wings, and the two of them disappear.
I'll cast Sending to Drag.
All right.
Hi, Drag. Hi, Drag. It's Pinwin. We're in Deepminster. There's 3 dragons. Red, green, and blue, right? Red, green, and blue. We might need your help if you can. Thanks.
All right. And then the pixie disappears.
If things go to shit, we're getting into my mansion.
Like, is the city already doomed at this point that the ritual is the ritual done, or are they the end of the ritual? Can we stop it before it?
Can we stop any of them at this point? It sounds like they're just being opened.
I know we should be able to all work together to fight one dragon at a time.
We thought... I'm just confused with stopping the seal thing because we thought we stopped Deepminsters. So can we not stop them?
We didn't necessarily think that we stopped Deep Minsters from
At
opening.
least slow them down, though.
I will say that you have not seen any demons in Deepminster yet.
So maybe we did slow it down.
So we might have a chance to stop this.
Potentially.
Okay.
How's Thundara doing?
Wilting.
Do we need to do anything with her to interrupt this?
Varolus is gone, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Do we put her in the bag folding?
Oh my
Put her
god.
in the bag.
Here's the thing is, I don't want whatever's happening to her to complete, because that could
Right.
be considered completing the ritual, but at
Mm-hmm.
the same time I also don't want to kill her because her death in general may be the criteria of completing whatever ritual they were
Right.
doing.
I wish we knew more about this melty person thing. That just is really difficult.
What if we fuck up her glyphs?
Is
Or
there,
do
like-
our own glyphs?
Can I make a religion check to see if I know anything about rituals like this? 15.
15. Typically, rituals that have like tools and like runes and things like that, you would think that the ritual would likely need to be completed with all of those variables present. However, not knowing how far into it's difficult to say and what the exact specifications are. But it is, I'd say, really probably a fairly good chance that her death would mean a completion of some kind.
We got to keep her out of harm's way.
So bag of holding.
Well, she's just going to keep dying.
Yeah,
though.
she's in the process now.
Bag of holding won't stop that. I look at her and I just
but
ask,
at least
how do you reverse what they've done to you thus far?
I don't know. I don't know the words that they used. I'd just like to die, please.
Well, that's not going to happen.
Can we,
At least not right now.
if we displace her to another plane,
which is what happens in bag of
would
holding.
her death there affect the ritual here?
Or would her absence in general, as soon as we zap her to another
Prevent it.
plane, well, will that also count as a ticking off a box of criteria for completing the spell or the ritual?
Gorbel, you have banishment, don't you?
Were you created in this plane?
I believe so, yeah.
Do you know any magic to dispel or sustain another ritual or spell's effects?
It seemed as though when they were activating this, that there were some very specific measures they took, but I believe my blood is what's important in this. That's what I was always told.
I look at where I stabbed her leg. Is it bleeding?
Yes.
I look at one of the more melty parts of her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, does she have? She still has like all her her clothes are melting with her.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Am I able? So like, let's say her foot is probably like super puddly.
Mm-hmm.
I take my dagger and I kind of do a pinprick on like the meltiest part. Does
Yeah.
that bleed?
It doesn't bleed. The spot that you pinprick glows with like a blue light.
Okay. So essentially, we can discern that the more melty she becomes, it's changing her anatomy and her blood is being turned into whatever this is.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, if we're able to, I take the vial out of my pouch
Okay.
that had the master's blood in it, and I take her hand, her palm, and I slash her palm and hold her hand above the vial to put the blood in there,
Okay.
and I close it
Okay.
and see if that has any effect on what's happening. Or
It doesn't have any effect on what's happening, but you notice that since there was that little bit of blood left in there, just the tiniest drop, it's almost like a chemical reaction. When her blood goes into that vial, it starts to bubble and starts to change color, and you can feel that the vial gets very warm.
I pull my sleeve down over my hand and hold the vial.
Yeah, it gets pretty hot, and it changes to like a dazzling green color.
And are you gone? Did you already fly away?
No.
You're still there?
No, the guards, we had the guards leave instead.
Oh, okay.
However, just FYI, the dragons are dangerously close.
I know. We have a lot going on.
We do.
You're a monster!
What about that thing that lets you control stuff?
The amulet?
Yeah.
You probably still have that on your person.
We would need to... Was it blood we needed, or to break off something?
Some substance of the creature.
Does everyone have a means of verticality?
As long as there's physical terrain that I can traverse.
Can someone carry Willem up?
Yes.
Are the dragons 90 feet away?
No, they're not close to you right now, but they are almost to the city. And you guys are on one side of the city where the palace is. You're not far from there.
I could cast Hold Monster at higher level and get multiple additional targets. I could try to get all of them.
Or you could focus on one and allow us to control it. Like, if you can hold it in place, we can get onto it and then take a piece of it and use this amulet I have to control it.
So I could try to hold these dragons. Should I try and do that? I have to be within 90 feet, but there's a chance it might work.
Do they need to
Then they're
resist in
paralyzed.
some way?
Yeah, wisdom saving throw.
It's a gamble. Is it harder?
Wisdom 19.
Is it harder to do it on multiple dragons than it would be for one? Or is it just a spell slot?
Just a spell splat, but I guess they would have to be in 30 feet of each other. So as long as they're flying together.
I don't know if they would be.
They're not. They're pretty spread out.
I
Never
think
mind.
we already have one dragon on our side with Vocha's dragon.
Mm-hmm.
If we can hold one in place, then we might be able to get a piece of him, and then use the amulet to control him, and then use those two dragons to fight their two dragons.
Okay. So here's the other thing. Can I cast fly on myself? I have to touch a willing creature.
Yeah, you did it before.
Touch myself. Can I?
Remember when you guys were floating over the treetops?
But then if I'm doing fly and I start to do hold monster,
Let me save you.
do I drop?
Let me save you the trouble of casting a spell.
Okay.
Get on my back, Pinwin.
Okay.
But keep in mind,
Shadow just like looks up.
I'm sorry, Shadow. I need you to hide and be very stealthy. Be one with the shadows.
And he just takes
but
off.
Stay
Pinwin,
safe. I love you.
Pinwin. I'm gonna fly right at the red dragon.
Okay. I'm ready.
You have to try and stay behind me if you can.
I mean, it's not like I can. I'm not Hirstag. I'm not going to jump off your back.
I'm just saying, I'm gonna fly. I'm gonna fly right at him. I'm gonna fly right at him to get you in range. I'm immune to fire.
Okay.
You're not.
No.
But try and stay behind me.
Okay.
Wait, those robes didn't singe, did they?
No,
What kind of robes are those?
that she has on.
Yeah.
Are
they special?
They fancy?
I mean, they
Are
look
they
really.
fire resistant?
They look really nice.
I'm going to be so hot.
Are your robes resistant to flame?
Yes,
Why? First of all, but
these were made specially for me.
cool. Can we
Yoink.
borrow them?
If you kill me now,
Just take them off of her. She can't stop.
I mean, I take the robes. Does she have anything on underneath?
Yeah, she has like
Okay, good.
Very nice, very austere clothing.
Oh, then she is fine.
Okay. Take this, Pinwin.
Okay. Now I'm wearing like multiple
You have
robes
so many-
and
yeah.
layers. I think 4.
You look like that little kid in Christmas Story.
For sure. How's it look? Do I look ready to hold a dragon?
You can put your arms down now, Pinwin.
Are there any
They
other
are
features to those robes?
That would require identify. Oh, are you asking her?
Yeah.
Oh. No, it's mostly makes you resistant to fire and also looks pretty nice.
It makes dragons hate you.
Do I know the kind of so the green one obviously is acid. Do I know what the blue dragon is?
You probably wouldn't unless give me a history check.
Pinwin, do you know what kind of energy blue dragons have?
I probably would, right?
Yeah, you probably would.
Yeah. Do I need to roll?
I mean, that's general knowledge for somebody who understands dragons. Then
Yeah, blue is lightning.
All right. Who else is going to go up there around the dragons for any reason?
Do you need us up there?
Do you guys have resistance to any element at all?
No.
No.
So you guys try and find Vocha and the other dragon. Pinwin and I will go up together and go to the red one. And I walk up to Gorbel and I touch her on the shoulder and I give you protection from energy for lightning for an hour. It's a concentration spell though. But that gives you resistance to lightning damage.
as you say that, suddenly off in the distance, you guys see a shape moving very quickly across the sky. It almost looks like an airship speeding in the direction of the dragons.
Wow, he's efficient.
And as it burns across the sky, it seems to be heading directly for the green dragon. And it gets closer and closer, and you guys see a large pair of black wings falling
Oh, shit.
right behind it.
Why would he go to the green one? I just cast the spell for the lightning one.
Just cast a spell for the lightning one? Isn't that the blue one?
Yeah.
Wait.
But they're
So isn't
flying
that
toward the
good?
green one.
Do you want me to tell him?
Oh, I see.
Sure, yeah, tell him to...
Oh, yeah, that's
Go
true.
to-
We have
go
a
to the
method
blue
of
one.
communication.
Vocha, go for the blue.
You and Willem, you guys reconvene with Vocha. Try and catch up to them. Pinwin and I are going to go
Pinwin, give me a just a history check.
a Vocha check.
Why did you use your dice? It probably wouldn't have mattered. That would be 14.
14. In simple terms, it seems like two people versus an ancient red dragon is a fantastically bad idea.
So I don't think us two are going to be enough.
Then they can come with us. I wasted my spell, though.
Does 4 people do? Does that seem better?
Better than two.
I'm concerned about what we're going to be able to do. In order to get up there, I am going to have to concentrate on polymorph, which takes away a lot of my other abilities. So,
Can you concentrate long enough to get on top of him?
possibly.
Does anyone have invisibility? So you could cast
Yeah.
it on you and one additional person.
Correct.
So maybe cast it on you and Gorbel.
And I can polymorph and fly us both up there.
At that moment, additionally, in the distance, you hear a loud as if multiple spells being cast at once. Many spells. And you guys can see that the blue dragon in the center is being assaulted by some sort of magical attack coming from the ground. Very near the Tower of Wisdom.
Kind of like, oh, there we go. Cool.
We need to go before they start.
The red dragon is still heading directly towards the center of the city.
Are we bodegaing the red dragon?
Yes.
No.
No. No?
We're trying to control him.
Okay.
So what exactly? I'll turn into a giant eagle.
I can shoot him with beguiling arrow, and he becomes friendly to an ally of mine within 30 feet of him.
Okay.
Or her.
The whole thing is that we have to.
I can paralyze him?
We have to. That's good too. We might need to do all this. Like we might, but we all have to get close enough for any of this to matter.
Yeah.
Correct.
So if you can make you guys invisible, well, let's get closer. Then make you guys invisible. Then Pinwin and I fly up. We can tank some of the fire damage. I'll try and avoid it, but then when you guys get on top of him, then do your thing. And in case none of this works and he resists it, then you'll already be on top of him, and we can fight him the old-fashioned way.
Don't like the idea of being on top of a raging ancient red dragon, but
Better being on top than in front of or in the range of its
Not
fire
necessarily.
attacks.
I mean, he can just fucking land and roll over.
There's a good chance that all of us are going to die. But we need to stop this ritual from happening.
Well, guys, it's been a pleasure and a privilege fighting at your side.
Before we go,
We need to shove Thundar in this bag so she doesn't like kill herself or something.
yeah, okay. So we'll do that. And before we go,
Scoop her
Just
in.
kind of.
I'm going
You got like a little sandcastle bucket. Like,
What is Othis doing?
Othis is just standing there. What do you want me to do?
firewood.
Any
productive.
experience fighting dragons?
He would probably be lit up as soon as he went up to a dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Can you
Man, we should have had him.
Can you
hide the
stop?
shadow.
He's kindling.
Can you stop some of the rebelling people in the town? Like interface with the guards?
I think that I could. Yes. All right. I'll go
Also
do that.
sending him into fiery.
Less fire.
Sure, but
Yeah.
And-
yeah,
And he.
It's a bad time to be wood right now. Let's
it
be
is. It really is. Bathhouse, right into
Yeah,
fire.
yeah.
Like he's having a bad time.
Is he even
Saw
sealed?
factory.
I think Tomar did
Lumberyard.
mention that he was stained and
Lacquered.
sealed, lacquered. Yeah.
I was joking, but is
I
he
mean,
lacquered?
It kind of looks like it, yeah. Somebody took care of that.
Stained, steeled, and lacquered. I'm yours.
Fire will still fuck him up. But yeah.
Well, really quick before we go, I love you all. And I'll blow like a ginormous air kiss and give y'all bardic inspiration.
Sweet. How much is that now?
D10?
Yep.
Siak.
1d10 for Willem and Gorbel and Tomar. Who else is with us?
It's just you guys now.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because Othis runs off and it's
Yep.
following the
One.
guards.
Okay, then I don't have to feel
I
bad.
have a 1
All right, guys.
bonus.
Bo fucking Dega.
Good luck.
Bodega.
All right, are you ready?
Yeah, I reach out my arm and we do the clasp and invisibility.
I'll jump
Wait,
on
should
your
I turn
back.
into a? Should I change first?
Sorry. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're already. I mean, if you're invisible, it'll be fine.
Well, I want him to be able to see how to get onto my back.
You can piggyback now.
Sit on your fucking head on accident. Oh, sorry. This is weird.
All right, I polymorph
Okay.
into a giant eagle.
I'm gonna hop on your back.
I mean, you don't have to yet, Pinwin. We're not up there. But yeah, come with me.
I'm ready.
What do you want to do with Shadow?
Shadow already took
Yeah,
off.
he-
He's
he's hiding.
sent
Being
him
one
away.
with
he's
himself.
being safe.
Oh, good.
Yes. Because that's, I mean, not like he's gonna fight dragons.
Right.
So
Let's go.
let's go.
Okay,
I'll start
hop on.
readying my spell.
My plan is to fly up behind the dragon and mount on top from there. I
Okay.
know we're invisible, but in case it starts breathing some crazy
Oh,
shit,
yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, no. Perfect. Let's do it.
All right.
We're
And
gonna
so
maverick this shit.
you guys lift off from the ground and head directly towards the red dragon. As you look down from, your flight, you can see that there are just a few, not a lot, but a few clusters of people setting fire to buildings.
High clusters of people.
On.
why are they still doing that?
You stop
People didn't get the
it.
memo, I guess. And as you
Stop it.
fly past the some of the towers, you can see that there are groups of looks to be adventurers running towards the dragons as well, as if they plan on doing something. It's hard to tell from this height, but you can definitely see that there are people dressed in armaments that aren't the guards that are running to maybe see if they can assist. But you guys pass over them. You can see now that the green dragon is still being engaged by the black dragon. That's much smaller than it, but it seems like the black dragon is making like little snipe shots where it's flying in and raking its claws against the blue, and the green, and the green is firing this like acidic mist back at it. And
don't those two dragons do the same type of damage? So they're just like doing nothing to each other,
essentially. And then
Maybe they know each other from before.
That's just how they talk. And you can also see that the airship, there's things being fired out of the airship. Magic, and looks like
Aster's.
Yeah, he's just like watching, like,
and yeah, you can also hear the intense growl, even from this far away, of a great beast that sounds kind of like a bear. And you guys can see that the blue dragon is being assaulted still by magical energy.
It's not lightning energy, is it? Because goddamn
it doesn't appear to be so.
Okay.
I would hope that they would be a little bit more learned in their
It's like, guys,
attack.
switch your fucking enemy.
I was failing wizard school.
Hit him with lightning!
You got a fucking Charmander up against an Onyx when you...
And you can also see, just barely, the floating shape of two wizards, a small chicken and a large turtle, as they fly up in the air and are also assailing the blue dragon with their powers. When you guys are within a certain radius from the dragon, you feel this intense presence, and you can smell sulfur very strongly, as the dragon has now reached over the city walls and is
Propelling himself with farts.
propelling himself. He seems focused on a point past you all, as if it has a specific purpose in mind, and doesn't seem to really think of you as a concern. You can see smoke trailing constantly out of its nostrils as well, black smoke. Yeah. Everyone, give me a wisdom save.
Oh no, man.
Except for you, Pinwin, you do it with advantage.
Oh, sick.
Wait, what is it? What are we saving against?
Thank God.
It's a wisdom save against their frightening presence.
Oh.
Oh my God.
26.
19.
Ugh.
I can't believe
18.
how bad I rolled. 8.
Does anyone have inspiration?
That was with advantage.
Roll again.
Jesus Christ.
Do you have...
Me?
Did you roll twice?
He already rolled with
I did roll
Yeah,
with
with
advantage.
advantage.
I rolled a 2 and then a 3.
Do you have inspiration?
Yeah, I mean, oh no. Yeah, I gave everyone else inspiration.
I have inspiration. I feel like I might need to use it.
I'll say that anyone who happens to roll beneath a 21 might want to use their bardic inspiration.
Well, not bardic.
Yeah, Pinwin gave bardic inspiration.
Oh, they're... Oh.
Oh, I'll use that then.
Exasperated sigh.
Wish I could give myself.
Good thing you gave them that, though.
Yeah. Sucks for me. I rolled a
28.
2.
28, me too.
28. Nice. All right.
was
So
sitting next to
everyone but
Gorbel.
Pinwin is fine. Pinwin, even though you knew it was coming, something overcame you just seeing this dragon in front of you flying with that intense glare in its eyes and smoke trailing from its nostrils. You are overcome by fear. Unfortunately, you are on Tomar's back, and as far as you can go is just a little bit further back.
What?
You can't... You know that if you were to try to get away from Tomar's back, you would fall. So you turn and close your eyes, but you can't really do anything because he's heading forward. And everyone give me an initiative roll. And what were you going to say, Tomar?
I'm gonna throw this dice in the garbage.
Ooh.
So,
Oh.
Pinwin, so you know, you should just
go to conditions and check frightened. A frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight. The creature can't willingly move closer to the source of its fear.
And so you're not willingly doing it, but also you get the opportunity after each of your turns to roll again to see if you can withstand.
12 initiative.
Okay.
Wish I could inspire myself.
25.
Okay.
11.
Okay. What was your initiative?
14.
14. Okay.
Everybody but Gorbel rolled like garbage.
I'm throwing this dice.
I'm wasting all my good rolls.
I don't know if it's wasted.
I don't know either.
Oh. What a
Can
good
we-
way to start.
Can we tell what that dragon is looking at or focused on?
It almost looks like it's focused on the palace. It's in that direction.
Okay.
Or perhaps the one premier, oldest tower in the entire city that sits right outside of the palace. Could be that too. They're in the same spot. Gorbel, you guys are flying forward. What do you want to do?
I want to
And when you're on deck.
fly as fast as I can, invisibly, up kind of behind that dragon.
Okay. What's your movement speed as the flying eagle? We figured this out before.
Should be like 80 feet, shouldn't it? Okay.
So normal flight, 80 feet. If you were obviously like charging, that would be 160 feet per round.
Okay.
Okay, so you're gonna go up and try to get beyond it. Okay, you are able to kind of fly up and get fairly close to it. Now you're within about 20 feet of the dragon, like ahead of it, and then probably about 30 feet up if you're trying to go around. So kind of at an angle, if that makes sense. So,
How's the undercarriage look on this bad boy?
Bad dong.
Bad.
Is it a boy or
Bad
girl?
porn.
it doesn't matter.
Probably got a sleeve that opens up.
Yeah.
You're above it, so you
most
can't see.
Iguanas and lizards and shit.
So these aren't from the ritual?
They are.
The dragons are, for sure.
That's what she indicated.
But they're not demons.
They're not demons. They're dragons.
So it's not part of the
Seal
portal ritual, but it's part of the Thundara ritual.
Correct.
More
As you
sure of
know,
that?
in order to open the seals, a lot of blood has to be spilled.
Okay. I just wanted to do like a quick check, making sure that these aren't like good dragons somehow, and we're misreading the
Yeah, that'd be
situation.
cool.
Aren't the other... Well, isn't the blue dragon already attacking the city?
Yes.
Yeah.
The green was attempting to. The red just seems like it's on a mission.
yeah.
I just like to check.
No,
I like where your head's at. I like
it's a very Pinwin thing to.
I don't want to misread a situation here. Like maybe he just had like a coughing fit and he's just blowing up. all
Oh,
of
okay,
his lightning.
Pinwin. You guys are similar.
No,
We get it,
This is me
Pinwin.
out of character. That was Michaela. Back to flying up to control this dragon.
Yeah.
All right, so
Tomas and Elijah told me that with the bad dragons, like you can't friend them. They're mean.
yeah, and you
Like,
would know
they had
that.
to lecture me.
Yeah, you would know that
That's why they like
because they are
Because I know
intelligent
that.
creatures.
Yeah, when they're not being controlled specifically, they are just as, if not more, intelligent than all of us. They're advanced beings. They will fuck us up.
I mean, they could still friend us. Though,
Do they
if they're
poop in the
smart.
sky?
Asking a good question.
As intelligent creatures, probably not. Or
Maybe that's the
That-
smart
that's
dragon.
spite.
Yeah. Spite poops.
Are they? I was just curious if they're like
Somebody
birds. or-
poison the watering hole with dragon shit.
That is one big pile of shit.
That is one big. You will remember to wash your hands before eating anything.
All right, so the dragon, now aware of your presence, Tomar, and your presence, Pinwin, unfortunately, as you were finding, opens its mouth. Both of you, give me a dexterity save.
Technically, my dex is high.
Do you have a disadvantage on saving throws?
If
Oh, wait,
you're,
except
No, just
Yeah.
ability checks and
Yeah.
attack rolls.
I was gonna say if you're frightened, yes. Wait,
No.
not saving throws. Sorry, yes. You're
so no
You're
advantage?
good. No advantage, but also
Okay.
no disadvantage.
I got a 12.
16.
A 12. 16.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Tomar, fortunately for you, you are immune to fire. Pinwin, you are not immune, but you are resistant. So
And I have that cloak, yeah.
yeah, that's why you're resistant. So
Yeah.
you guys get hit with a direct shot with this blast.
So a 16
right in the
wasn't
air.
good enough.
No, a 16 was not good enough.
Balls.
But your cloak is able to shield some damage. Let's see how much.
I maintain concentration on the resistance for you, by the way.
Dope.
I need a bunch of D6s.
Right.
Christ.
Except I've been preparing for it forever.
God, I don't like
and it's
this.
the one thing I'm scared of.
What is the
apparently right
range
now.
of your spell? Hold
90
monster?
feet.
How far away are we?
You guys are exactly 90 feet.
If I can get unscared.
You can still cast spells.
I can?
Yep.
All right, Pinwin, you're going to take 71 damage.
Is that halved?
Yes. That's the halved one.
Wow. That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot.
Well, I might die. That's like a third of my ship.
How much was it?
71.
Halved.
Yeah.
No, that was
That
that
was
was the
half.
half.
Oh, fuck.
So, that's not good. But you're good? You don't take any of it?
I'm immune to fire damage.
Oh, sorry, 61. I apologize.
Is it like 12d6 plus something?
It's 25 D6s.
Oh, okay.
Just
That makes more sense. I was like,
Meta-knowledge.
mathematically, that doesn't make sense.
so it opens its maw and this almost like a spiral, a tornado of fire comes flying out in a direct cone, right, like straight. And you guys were just within its range to be hit by it. It seemed like it was on the money, like it was ready, knew your range, and fired. All right, Pinwin, it's your turn. Tomar, you're on deck.
Do I have to try to resist the frightened thing right now?
At the end of your turn, you can.
Okay. So I'll turn around and at 5th level, I will attempt my hold monster.
Okay.
So that's a wisdom save of 19.
The creature is unaffected by your spell.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
He rolled a die, but he might have been doing a legendary resistance.
Keep in mind that a lot of big ass bosses have legendary resistances, but they also have a limited amount. So
They're,
it sounded like I said unlimited, but I meant to say limited.
A limited.
Yes.
they're auto pass for saving throws. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Tomar, or wait, did you want to try to save against being frightened?
Yes.
Okay.
Please. Okay.
Wow, you save.
Yeah.
fuck yeah.
Natural 20.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
getting blasted and then the frustration of your spell not working.
And also, self-talk. I'm talking to myself. Pinwin, you are a hero. You've got this.
This is your dream.
This is your dream. You will defeat a dragon.
Yeah, this is probably a pretty like cathartic moment for you.
And then I'll turn back around and look mean and face the dragon and turn back towards him. And then I'll be like, yeah.
Willem, you're on deck.
Since Gorbel right now is invisible, I'm gonna cancel my concentration on that spell, and I'm gonna cast guidance.
Okay.
No, I mean resistance on Pinwin.
Okay.
So for up to a minute, you can add a D4 to your saving throws of your choice.
I don't know what.
Oh, to one saving throw of your choice. It's just extra in case it attacks us again.
Right.
So.
I know what.
And then I'm gonna try and like
fly to guide it in a circle
Okay.
a little bit.
You're going to try to, like, taunt it or something? Is that what you mean?
I mean, I'm trying to draw its attention away from the tower.
Okay. How are you going to...
Well, it knows we're here. It shot fire at us. I'm just going to fly to the side to see if he, like, leads that or something.
It almost seems like he's not taking the bait. He watches, like, kind of almost disinterested as you kind of, like, pass to the side and then switches its gaze back ahead.
Flipping the bird.
But I'm going to stay in the range so
Okay.
Pinwin can cast.
Hang
Gotcha.
brain at him.
All right. Willem, you guys are about here.
All right, we're almost there.
What do you want to do?
Wait until our plan comes to fruition.
Okay, Willem, we need a piece of this dragon. So once we get there, will you be able to maybe look for some loose scales and with your super sneaky hands, maybe steal some scales?
Yeah, I mean, we just got to get there first.
Leave that to me.
All right.
All right.
We're almost there. And then I also am going to say, hey, can you tell Vocha to be careful with Shigara?
Are you guys talking in your brains? Like,
Because you guys
mentally?
still have that going, just FYI. You can talk to each other.
Because you probably can't talk because you're a giant eagle.
I don't think I can. That's a concentration too, isn't it?
No.
I don't think so.
No,
That'd
you
be
just cast it.
That'd be stupid if telepathic bond were concentration.
No, you just cast it, and then it takes 1 minute. And then,
It's a cast and go.
yeah. And then it lasts for an hour.
And we're still within that?
Yeah. This is like was like maybe 20 minutes ago
Good, good.
in real life.
I'm rolling
Okay.
shit, except that last save.
I mean, I like to imagine it in bird talk. but-
Sure.
So he has no idea.
Yeah.
For some reason, my brain was like, bark, 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 even though it's not a chicken.
All right.
All right.
Gorbel, it's your turn. Pinwin, you're on deck. Or sorry. Yes, Pinwin, you're on deck.
Okay.
Well,
Wow.
sort of.
Turns go fast. Wait, what does that mean?
Well, I mean, we've got a dragon in the mix.
Oh, yeah.
I am using all of my focus on this.
Okay.
I am trying to see exactly how I know we're invisible, but I'm trying to judge this like in the best way.
Give me a perception check.
10.
10. Okay, what are you attempting to judge?
Just the best route to go to get onto this dragon's back. Because I'm not going to land on the dragon's
You're gonna
back.
fly over.
I'm going to hover very close to.
Okay. Yeah. A 10 is enough to do that. You are able to see that as long as you stay kind of skirted around the wings, you would be able to come up from the back, and it's flying fast, but you're pretty sure you're like it's not like at a full sprint, quote unquote. Like you're pretty sure that if you like book it, you can catch up, come around, and then float above.
And that's what I want to do.
Okay, so you can do that. You're able to fly around the wing and then float up above in that time span. Anything else you'd like to do?
Since we still have telepathic bond going,
Yeah.
I'm just going to let everybody know we are hovering over the dragon right now. Willem is about to try to get a piece of it.
How?
We're looking for loose scales.
Okay.
Will that be good enough?
I don't know how loose his scales are going to be.
The
but
eagle and the snake are coming in for a landing.
Be careful. He can really hurt you.
just so you know, you might have to use a lot of force to try and get a scale, and then he'll know you're there.
Do they shed, though?
You don't know.
Hey, Pinwin, do these fuckers shed their scales at all? Do they molt?
A few times in their life.
Just a few times in their life. So
And they can be...
Fingers crossed that he's having a multi-day.
maybe
Hopefully he didn't take his multivitamins.
maybe we could try to mage. Could try to like mage hand.
5 points
see if
toward
you
boon.
can wiggle off a
You
little.
can have one boon for that.
Would mage hand be able to wiggle off a little scale? You think?
No, that is only 10 pounds
Anyway,
of
you're
force.
not there.
I'm not.
All right, so you were hovering above. Anything else you would like to do? Because that didn't take your full action. That was just movement.
I want to observe this dragon while I'm this close and see what I could possibly get from its body that we can use.
Since you have the eyes of an eagle, I will have you roll perception with advantage this time.
Oh.
Was that the same? Okay.
No.
I thought you rolled the same thing. For a second, I was like, Jesus.
19.
19. You can see it looks like pretty solid, like all along. The scales are very like well placed and tight. Although you do see that there is like a chip on the frill of one of its spines. Just the smallest chip. That's the only real chink in the armor that you see at the moment. Perhaps a closer inspection would help, but it does look like it got a little damage somehow.
Can I inspect closer?
Not with the amount of movement you have left.
Okay.
But you can see it pretty well.
Is there anything like hanging from it?
No, it looks like something chipped out a section of its spine. Not spine, but spines.
Those spiky bits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The pointy
The
Be
frill.
careful of the pointy bits. That's the low
Okay.
poly.
It'd be cute if they were like kind of like teeth, just like came out.
Gross.
I imagine more like
They
really
get
hard
wiggly
toenails.
spikes. Oh, ugh. That was gross. Well, is it?
Pinwin. Or no, sorry. It's not your turn.
Dragon.
Dragon.
Dragwin.
Ivan Drago.
The dragon is
Constipated.
not constipated.
Didn't use Head and Shoulders.
I can't do that.
Dragon dander. That's a commercial.
We gotta
Here
get
we
some-
go. Dragon shampoo.
Yeah, we gotta get some of that dragon dander. For what? You can do something to control them? If we get this? Is that what we're doing? I forget what I'm
Yes.
doing already.
You weren't there for this. You're just
Gotcha.
kind of along for the ride. Like,
that's why.
That makes
I
sense.
was-
Let's do it.
Yeah.
They got something planned.
I'm just so stoked to be doing this. This is like a fucking amusement park ride to Willem.
Okay. Where'd it go? The fuck?
It's in your butt.
Okay.
Have you checked your butt?
Okay.
Once again, Tomar and Pinwin, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Fuck, you guys are getting
GTFO.
fucked.
I'm a halfling. It's fine.
I know, but the look on your face. Jesus, throw it on the floor.
Where did
That's
it
better.
go?
It was a 17.
Okay, can I keep that?
It wasn't on the table. It's not
yeah,
official.
you gotta roll it again.
17. Is that at advantage?
No, you don't have advantage. Unless you have advantage, like inspiration or anything.
I got a 17.
You have 17, and then you do have the resistance or whatever for a saving throw of your choice, if you would like to use it.
You can add a D4.
Yeah.
The dragon begins...
Which save wisdom?
No, dexterity.
Oh, okay. 15, and I can add a D4.
You have 15 total right now?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I would add it.
16.
16.
Oh my god.
So the dragon begins beating its wings right near you guys. It starts... You guys, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, above, you also will have to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
I apologize.
You should.
I did.
I hate this.
Oh, did you though? You
crit.
announced that you should.
Nice.
Okay, so what is it total? Because you're going to need to know the total.
Oh my gosh.
22.
22?
30.
30. So only Gorbel is unaffected as the wings start going really fast,
Seth, this dragon's mean.
and you're all smacked by either intense gale or part of the dragon's wings itself, and you all take... Well, we'll do the difference here.
Fuck you, Gale.
17 damage. Gorbel, you're still able to dodge out of the way.
Wait, what kind of damage is this?
Under
It's bludgeoning.
100. Under 100.
I have resistance to bludgeoning.
Do you? So that you take half of that.
That's great. I am under 100.
But this also causes the dragon to slow, and it slows to about half the speed that it was doing before because it had to take energy and time to beat its wings. It seems pretty annoyed that you're still there now, Tomar.
Okay.
So something's starting to work. All right, Pinwin, it's your turn.
Next time I'd be like, what do you have resistances to?
Ask him politely.
No, I should have.
We
probably told
definitely
you.
can't kill it. Or try to.
What is going on?
You know what the plan is.
I know, but I'm going to blow all my splats before it actually works.
How do your dice keep ending up on the floor?
I'll try hold monster again at 6th level.
Okay.
Can I see Pinwin and Tomar?
Yeah, you can see them from where you are.
Can I see them struggling?
A little, yeah.
Okay. Oh, fuck. Well, Pinwin can't see me.
No,
So.
that's true.
Never mind.
So wisdom
Can I-
19.
One sec. Wisdom 19.
Yeah.
The dragon is unaffected.
Yeah.
I was going to ask if I could give Pinwin Bardic Inspiration telepathically.
You could.
Okay, that's what I wanted to do.
Well, you'd have to do that on your turn.
That wouldn't affect
Okay.
that roll
Yeah.
anyway.
Okay.
Sorry.
I don't get why I can't shoot on off turns and just damage them a little.
The only
Well,
thing you
I
should be
know
doing
the
on
plan.
the only thing you should be doing on your turn is casting that spell.
I know the plan, but like, he's gonna kill me.
Unless you can cast something of lower level to make him burn his saves.
I mean,
The monster is unaffected. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Actually. Oh. Okay. I'm going to cast Sacred Flame
Okay.
on the dragon. Have him make a dex save.
Okay.
19.
Does a 17 save?
No. So I do.
It does save. Your radiant damage seems to just fly around it instead.
Or through it because it descends down.
Yes. It just kind of right past it.
Pinwin, I think you have a better shot next time.
do you think?
Yeah, I hit him square on and he just absorbed it, so he might not be able to resist the next spell.
How many legendary resistance?
I don't know, I'm just assuming.
I hope it's not 7.
Willem, it's your turn.
All right, so where are we in position now?
Directly above the beast's back.
All right, so I'm going to think to Gorbel, hey, I'm going to slip around you and under. I need you to grasp my legs in your talons and get me down closer to his back so I can try and steal one of these little scaly scales.
Okay. Do you need any tools?
If I do, I've got them all right here.
Okay.
I'm a colossal tool, so
I am a colossal tool. I went to Tool Academy. If you remember VH1's Tool Academy.
And all we ever do is listen to Tool. Ba-dum-bum.
quit trying to fill the silence with your laughter.
No.
-5 boon for the DM.
Damn it.
So I just kind of I've got the tufts of feathers, that I'm holding on to, and I just kind of start easing up.
What's
and
your bonus to acrobatics?
my bonus?
Yeah.
Plus 17.
Okay. So yeah, this is an easy thing for you to do.
Okay.
So you were able to very easily climb down and get.
I thought you were gonna be like, give me animal handling.
It's an animal and you're handling it.
Yeah, I was like, don't do this.
No, that's
Not like this.
Yeah, they would be very not like
like
this. It's fairly easy for you to climb down and hang upside down from Gorbel's talons.
Awesome. All right.
Anything else you'd like to do before your turn is over?
Guys, hang in there. The eagle is lowering the snake upon the nest.
You don't need to use code words. We're talking in our minds.
Just in case they tapped our brains. You never know when the government's got a wiretap.
Who's listening on
ya.
this line?
Whose line is it
somebody
anyway?
hangs up. All right. Gorbel, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
I am.
The music even stopped. Like,
Shit, I'm just holding on to
Are you going
Willem
to
and
try
flying.
to, like, pilot him close?
Yes.
Okay. Give me
Willem handling.
acrobatics.
Since we're so in tune, she has a +9 to Willem handling. Off of the barrier.
off the backboard.
From downtown.
Downtown.
Gunshot.
And then Willem, at the same time, I'm going to need you to give me a sleight of hand.
16.
16, okay.
24.
We're so in sync.
Nice.
24.
That is weird. Jesus.
Okay, so Gorbel, you're able to lower him, and are you lowering him to that section of the spine that you saw?
Yes.
So she lowers you, and you see that there is a little taken out chunk of the spine. You are hovering above this, and you are... We'll get back to you in a moment, but yeah, you're able to carefully pilot him down, and you're able to spot this little...
Are there any like cracks around it? Has it been weakened?
I like how you did like a milking the cow pantomime. Has it
Willem,
been weakened?
you do see that there. It seems like something almost like blunt, like maybe an axe head or something, took that section out.
All right.
And now it's the dragon's turn.
Dragon!
Unless you'd like to do anything else, I might collect you guys' 2 turns since you're working in tandem. And since you guys are right next to each other in the initiative, technically, since you're at the end and you're at the beginning. So we might just have you guys go at the same time, like starting at the end or at the beginning of your turn, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So that would make things a lot easier. Okay. So the dragon's eyes get a little red, seeing that you're still in its, like, within its radius, Tomar, and obviously unaffected by its frightening presence. And so its eyes glow a little red. It seems a little mad. The steam, or the smoke coming out of its nostrils, starts to pool a bit more. And all of a sudden it veers up and spreads its wings. I need an acrobatics from you, Gorbel, and you, Willem.
30.
21.
Okay. You guys are able to stop in time as the dragon suddenly... Tomar,
Yank
it's...
Willem to my chest with metal talons.
Tomar, its eyes are on you and Pinwin.
Oh.
And it opens its mouth again, but it doesn't aim it at you. It aims it slightly to the right. It looks like it's aiming at a building right below you. And it fires. And the swirling tornado of fire hits this building. And you see now that there is a sign on the outside that looks like it's some sort of...
No dragon fire.
Yeah, that's what I...
It looks like it's some sort of alchemy outlet. There's a little potion on the sign.
Trinkets and togs.
Well, why would I fly in front of that?
You're not in
building?
front of it. You're up in the air, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
And it blasts this. And suddenly, a noxious plume spills out of the building and starts seeping through the city. And that's where we're going to end for the night.
Oh,
Dumb.
Oh.
I was imagining Mort's Port Short too.
My parts!
I finally got to move to the big city.
Or he finally got to morph to the big city.
Oh my god.
So remember he had that's how he talked. Mort's Part Sharp. My sharps! My parts! My cabbages!
Oh.
All right. So,
Shake off all these bad feelings.
bad vibes only.
Gosh, Seth, you made a dick dragon.
Well, I mean, you guys are level 20, so deal with it.
I'm rolling real bad. Well, except when I rolled good.
Yeah, it's your fault that she's rolling bad.
Yeah, make me roll better.
I apologize.
Level 20 doesn't matter if I roll 2 and 3.
Everyone assembled here will take 3 points toward boon.
Yay.
We're gonna, just so that it's not just like 1 and 1 and 1 and 1, give me what some of the stuff that you guys achieved during this session.
I like that it took 75 episodes to get to this point where we list the multiple things and then you decide.
Well, it's just easier with boon.
I think it'd be easier in general.
Probably.
But it won't matter.
Yeah.
It won't matter next season either.
Yeah,
We're doing milestone.
Great.
Okay. I suggested that Pinwin wear those robes.
Yeah, thank
That's good.
God.
I
I'm not doing good with them.
did some interrogation. That might be included in everything. I don't know. I was flying real good.
Yeah.
That's about all I have.
Okay. In total, you can have 5 points of boon.
Damn.
Are we vying for ourselves?
Yeah, or other people, I guess.
Well, I think we should maybe we should do the thing, kind of what we do is like jump in and suggest for
So
other
before
people
you give
while
her
they're...
before you give her the 5, then
yeah, does anybody else have anything? Yeah, let's do this. Anybody else have anything for Gorbel?
Nah.
she talked to that guard guy.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
She reached out to Vocha and let him know that we need a backup.
That was Tomar's suggestion.
And yeah, she
though.
did persuade those
But you
guard guys.
did that.
And maybe they stopped some people from setting fires. Obviously not all. These people are stupid. Are we just like saving the town of Pawnee? Like, is that what we're doing? Because it's not
Hopefully
worth
that wasn't the paunch burger that went out.
I got Prince Othis back into the mix.
Okay,
When he was just
yep.
standing there being wood.
yeah.
That's really all I have.
Okay, so you can have a total of 6, not in addition to that 5, just a total of 6.
Nope. I only heard another 6.
I think Tomar should get a good chunk for coming up with a plan.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say the controlling the dragon versus trying to fight it was my idea.
Yeah, flying me and
I
being
flew
a
Pinwin
tank.
up.
Giving resistance
Being
to
a
people.
tank, because
Yeah.
like,
Fly me to the boon.
Well, I know this is just a feature, but just the idea of tanking a dragon's fire, just blowing right
well,
at
and
you
this
is like-
dragon is super intense. So like, if anyone who doesn't have resistance gets hit, it's like
Toast.
I got so much damage with resistance. So like from one hit, so it's wild.
Yeah, I helped
We need a
strategize,
tank.
formulate the plan that we are going on.
Yeah.
I didn't really do anything during the interrogation other than ask some added questions here and there. Yeah.
He did some recon, looking and seeing what...
Yeah, I mean, I
What
guess
the
I
townspeople
did
were doing
notice
outside?
that they were fucking around. Still.
I'll give you a total of 7 boon points.
Got 35. So I have a boon.
You don't have 35 yet.
Yeah, because you gave us some for doing the episode.
Wait, hold on. Oh, yeah, you are exactly at 35. Sorry, I wasn't done doing it. All right, perfect. All right. Pinwin, what do you deserve it for? And if anybody else has anything.
I have Melty Lady in my bag of holding.
Oh, just FYI, you didn't ever hear back from Dreg. Nothing at all.
Oh.
Great.
That was a good idea, though. That was all you.
Yeah. But
Drake's just like,
I helped them so much today. I'm
New
tired.
Feywild, who dis?
I really liked that Pinwin was afraid thematically and then overcame the fear.
Yeah, that was really good.
That was cool.
Would have been way more cool if I made him my favorite enemy when I haven't done that in forever.
But that
and then
doesn't-
I, tried to kill him.
You could do it on the next dragon. That'll make a lot of sense.
Yeah. But this one, really scared me. So, I don't know. But yeah, overcoming fear. Protecting Shadow and not being reckless with my animal and just leaving him.
You gave everyone Bardic Inspiration, which they were able to use on their first save.
I did. Yeah. I tried Hold Monster. Can you get boon for trying?
I mean, sticking to your guns and not just, being like, fuck it, I'm shooting him.
That's true. I was sticking to the plan.
And
even
wearing
though
out,
I do want to kill
wearing
him.
out his legendary resistances is an important feature with things that have legendary resistance. So yeah, you can have a total of 6 points of boon.
I regret not doing the Sacred Flame the whole time because it's just a cantrip.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
as soon as
I'm using my big
as soon as you
slots.
had that look in your eye, and I was just like, yeah, he's up to something. He's got something.
Fuck. Because I could just cast it unlimited as much as I want. And then the dragon could have
13
resisted all of
plus 6.
those. And then Pinwin could have cast stuff.
You have a total of 19 now.
Okay, good. That's what I got.
So yeah, you're right.
Okay. At first I typed in 16 like an idiot.
I think Willem should get some for scooping Thundara around all over the place.
Scooping Thundara and
poking her.
Poking her, getting that
blood
interrogation.
stuff.
jello into the vial.
yes.
Yeah, trying that shit.
Getting the green concoction going. The Nickelodeon gack.
Ensuring your safety, in quote,
Invisibility.
with invisibility.
Yeah, that helps a lot.
And being the Spider-Man upside down trying to get that stuff.
Mr. Spider-Man.
Mr. Spider-Man, there you are on top of that dragon. Yep, you can have a total of 6 points of boon.
Thank you.
Thank Boone.
Thank you, Dad.
All right, now it's time for tonight's MVPC. Most valuable player character. That's right, you're going to vote for the person you believe deserves an extra 5 boon points. And it's still fresh to me, so I'm like, 5 boon points for maybe doing something you really liked, multiple things you really liked, or just cuz. But preferably there's a reason behind it. So think about who you want to vote for. Take a few seconds, and then I will count to 3, and you will hold up those fingers. Willem is 1, Tomar is 2, Pinwin is 3, and Gorbel is 4.
Can I get another boon point for the Wall of Fire on the cultists?
I kind of combined them all. Don't be picky choosy. You already got more than everybody else.
That's
Fine.
By a lot.
I mean, that was the other episodes.
And
I'm just saying. It was something I did, and I remembered that I did it. I'm just saying. Go on.
So yeah, on the count of 3, raise up the number of fingers indicating the person that you would like. What's going
I'm
on?
thinking.
Oh.
I'm looking into this side of my brain.
1, 2, 3, vote. So we've got 2 votes for Gorbel and 2 votes for Tomar. Interesting. Willem, why'd you vote for Tomar? Why'd you vote for Gorbel?
Stop influencing him.
I mean, it's a tie, so.
voted for Gorbel because mostly because she was trying to move things along, but she was also very open to ideas, and she was very gung-ho about flying me up to that dragon, and I like partying up with Gorbel. We fucking click. So
Gotcha.
I'm into it.
Tomar, why'd you vote for Gorbel?
She was doing well with the interrogation, persuading Thundara to actually not be a bitch and spill some of the beans for once. So, I mean, that was all really useful. So,
Yeah, I liked do you want that to happen to your sister? I was like, that's a very good point.
Manipulation.
Gaslighting.
Got plus 69 to manipulation.
Pinwin, why'd you vote for Tomar?
Because he was being a tank, and and also flying me. I literally wouldn't be in the air, and that would have been a whole thing that I would have had to worry about. And the tank is like, now that I've been hit, I'm like real life scared. So I'm glad he's tanking.
All right.
And he did cool shit. So yeah.
Cool. Gorbel, why'd you vote for Tomar?
Tomar did do a lot of cool shit, but my favorite thing is that we were in a situation that looked like it was going to be combat, and instead of combat, which I'm not a huge fan of, we did something I fucking love, and that's having a plan where everybody has their role and everyone's like working together at the same time. It's like, it's very heisty and fun.
Yeah, it was like one of the first things you guys did together was...
I know, I love it.
In the entire campaign was spend like an hour and a half planning on how you were going to...
Took us 75 episodes to make a plan.
defend like your village, and it went off pretty well. You
I
kill
love
a lot
that
of
kind of
soldiers
shit.
as like 11-year-olds. Or I think you guys were like 12 and 13 at that point. But all right, so with an even
guy's throat.
a dead even split between Tomar and Gorbel, so that means you're both tonight's winners. You're each going to get 2 points of boon. Hey. So take your 2 points and high five with it.
So I have 37 points now. What is the boon that I get?
So your boon that you will receive is Heroic Mantle. So you can choose a color, and then whenever you desire, you can have this aura of colorful energy as if you are blessed by some deity or beyond, as long as you live.
Cool.
Okay.
You can also turn it off.
Okay. I was like, that'll be weird at like weddings and stuff.
Ooh, you're shining white.
So I'm going to say it's probably like a golden light.
Okay.
Radiant looking. Cool.
Sweet.
And I just fucking start glowing during this dragon thing.
That's what I was thinking.
Just imagining Matthew McConaughey at the end of Reign of Fire, but he's glowing gold.
All right, that's it, guys.
Are you okay?
You guys taking a deep breath. That's it for tonight's episode. Thanks so much for listening. Thanks to Chad Pieper for that awesome intro song. Thanks to Adrian Von Ziegler for that beautiful background music. Thanks to all of you listeners. We really appreciate it. Check out our social media, our Patreon, our Facebook, our Instagram. You know the drill. Check them all out. Like, comment, subscribe, and, maybe tell your friends about it. Other than that, that's it for tonight. We'll see you at the next episode. I am your host and DM, Seth, and this is the D20 Syndicate podcast, where we go on adventures so you don't have to. Bye-bye.
Bye.
This is
Wishbone's a
fancy
big
establishment. They've got Beanie Babies.
So much austerity.
They've got William the Business Bear.
They might as well have Chopin
good.
playing.
It's pronounced Chopin.
Chopping.
You ignorant fool.
I stole that from a Olsen Twins kids
Oh,
movie.
I know exactly what you're talking
Wait,
about.
which one?
It Takes
It
Two.
takes two.
With Steve Gutenberg and Kirstie Alley.
I'm Lindsey, and I play.
Pinwin. Oh,
Were you going to say Gorbel? Were you going to say Gorbel?
I think I was gonna say Tomar.
I play Tomar.
Tomar.
Get the Olsen twins. We got a movie.
2 more.
Whoa.
There's this house on her street that had like a big ass TV, and a big ass like bay window in the
I like
front of
where
their
this
house.
is going.
And we're driving home, and so it was like a board game night, so of course it was like 2 in the fucking morning or something. And we're driving by, Sam's driving because I had some drinky drinks, and I look out the window and I look at the house, and it's illuminated because it's pitch black out. It's the middle of the night, and just porn right on this giant ass TV right in front of this open
Beacon in
curtains.
the night.
Yeah.
I like to imagine though that they were like they had headphones on while they're watching it.
They didn't want to disturb the neighborhood. It's a cul-de-sac too.
Just
which is
imagine.
really
It was a
funny.
cul-de-sac,
So like
yeah.
anyone could have looked
Yeah.
in.
And I was just like, I know you're driving, but did you see that by any chance? And she's like, no, what? I'm like, porn. Just big porn. big porn. Bad dong.
Bad don't
Big
do bad.
porn.
Big porn. Episode name.
Has nothing to do with anything else.
I feel like we're tricking people at that point.
Big porn.
That'd be
Need that
really
SEO.
funny if there's like really crazy shit in this episode and we just name it Big Porn.
We just start having non sequitur names.
Is it hard for you to say sharp cheddar?
Sharp cheddar.
It's hard for me to
Sharp
say.
cheddar?
Sharp
I
cheddar.
always want to say sharp cheddar.
It is because
Shatter?
that's where my
Sharp.
list was.
Sharp shatter.
When I when I have to do like a CH and an SH.
Other way.
Yep. It's hard.